Welcome back to eStudy India. Now we will study functional dependency. We will study what is functional dependency and what are the types of functional dependencies which are included in the functional dependency so that we can use this topic or this concept for to study the normalization concept in future. So functional dependency topic or subject is very important to identify the relations among two attributes so that we can study the normalization in near upcoming videos. So let us study the functional dependency. Many questions are being asked on the functional dependency itself, especially on trivial and non-trivial functional dependencies, which we will discuss in this video. Now, what is functional dependency? It is a relationship that exists between two attributes. So when a function is dependent upon another function, it is called functional dependency. And in this case, we will consider attributes as a function. So when one attribute is dependent upon another attribute, then it means that there is some kind of dependency in between them. Okay, so it typically exists between the primary key or non-key attribute within the table. So this we will study in near future. What are primary key and non-key attributes within the table and how there exists the dependency in between them, and on the basis of dependency, how can we segregate the normalization into different types of normalization and what is normalization. So based on for that to study normalization, we need to understand the concept of functional dependency first. So there is one attribute say x and there is another attribute say y. So if y is dependent upon x attribute, it means there exists some functional dependency between them. Among these, y is called dependent and x is called determinant. Why? Because x determines y and y is dependent upon x. If we will write in this simple language, English language, then we can understand that why it is called dependent and why it is called determinant. Now, for example, we have some attributes like employee ID, employee name, employee address within the table employee. Here, employee ID attribute can uniquely identify employee name attribute and employee address. Because if we know employee ID, we can tell name and address associated with it from the given table. Now, what kind of functional dependency can be there between employee ID and employee name? Because we can determine employee name from employee ID, given employee ID, then it means that employee name depends upon employee ID given in the table, and employee ID can determine employee name. So employee ID gives employee name. So this is the function which we can derive. Now next we will see the types of functional dependencies. So these are the two types of functional dependencies: trivial functional dependency and non-trivial functional dependency. Now these two functional dependencies are studied one by one to understand what is trivial and what is non-trivial functional dependency. These trivial and non-functional trivial functional dependencies are used further in normalization process. Now let us understand what is trivial functional dependency.